Hi you guys, I am here today. I've got part of my makeup done. I am going to show you guys how I created this. This is a gorgeous gold glittery halo eye. It is super easy. So I've got everything else done. So I've just got one eye to do. I do have this eye primed with my NARS eye primer. And we are going to jump right into it. So we will be using this guy here. This is probably the last dedicated video to this palette that I'm going to do. But I've had a lot of fun doing it and a lot of fun playing with it. This is the PUR Festival palette that came in my BoxyCharm box. Not May, my April BoxyCharm box. Because I have a 2-second memory. So I think we've already gone over that before. But we're going to do this halo eye. And I really like it because it's very, very dramatic and bold and beautiful, but it's also very natural colors and therefore softer. So you can kind of go with daytime, nighttime. And before we do get started, I do want to address two things. One is this. Why does my hair not do that when I've got places to go? Because I'm just sitting around the house today and that like curl wave that it's got going, I'm in love with it and it never does that on purpose. So beautiful, not beautiful. So my nails have taken a hit this week and I've got an appointment in 2 days. And so we're just going to deal with it. So pretend like you don't see that, ooh and ah over that. And then we're going to jump into the eyes. So we are going to go straight in with this bad boy and we are going to use this color here. This is Epic. It is a beautiful kind of warm camel-y color, and we're going to use this as our transition shade. So we're going to go right in on the kind of bone there that's right where your crease is, and we're going to really blow it out and blend it out. And what we're doing is we're just warming up the area with color, and we're going to build on top of it. So it's going to make the color very deep and rich, and we are going all the way from this corner to the inner corner because we're doing a halo eye. So all of these colors on the outside are going to connect through the crease, but we are blending it out. So small circular motions and windshield wiper motions. And as we have less product on the brush, we're going up further towards the brow. I'm not doing a brow highlight right now, so I'm not afraid to take it a little bit higher. If I were going to highlight my brow, I would leave a little bit of space in there just to be able to accentuate it. But as is the never-ending story, my brows need waxed again. I haven't bothered to make an appointment to do that. So we're going with a softer brow look, and we're not highlighting them because we don't want to draw attention there. So we're just warming this up, and I'm just using the Unique blending brush. It is a very soft bristled blending brush, so anything along that lines will be what you want to do. And once you get it so that it's a nice warm color, we're going to switch to the fluffy crease brush. This is another blending brush. It is stiffer bristles, so it kind of holds the product more into one spot. It doesn't go as far out, whereas this one, being more fluffy, it really blows the color out. And we're going to go into this really rich red-brown color. This is called Hidden Desert. And we're going to tap off the extra, and we are going to start on this outside corner, and we're going to do the soft circles, and it's going to put a lot of the product there, and we're going to kind of keep it in that area until there's not so much product on the brush. And then once we start having less product, more on the eye, less on the brush, we're going to start going up and into the crease. And we're going to really bring it around and all the way into the inner corner. And just make sure that you're tapping off the extra anytime that you dip back in, because you don't want too much all at once. If you are going to get a little extra, bring it down. If you accidentally get too much, don't go up with it, because you're just going to bring the color all the way up to your eyebrow. Whereas bringing it down, we're actually going to cover up most of what's on the lid space. So that's not going to be such a huge issue. But so kind of starting in the corner, because we really want to make the outside corner and the inside corner really bold. And this color is just going to warm up the whole area and really deepen it. All right. Sometimes I realize it's time for me to stop talking. So you can kind of start to see the halo effect going around my eye. And you can still see that first shade on top, but this red shade is really, really now deepening it and really drawing attention to the eyes. So now we're going to go in with the unique crease brush. This is a very similar bristle type to the fluffy crease brush, very stiff, but there's not so much play in it, and they're very compact. And so this is going to keep the color right where we're putting it. So if you don't have these specific brushes, you want to look for something that doesn't have a lot of give in the bristle. And we are going to go into this dark brown shade called All Night. We are going to start again in the outside corner, and we are going to tap it on, and we're not going as far out away from the eye. Now we're kind of more bringing it in. And we're going to start by tapping it on and packing it on. Go in for more color if you need it. This is where the drama comes from, is this darker color. So we are going to put that all over that outside corner, and we're going to do the same thing to the inside corner too. Just want to keep it smaller on the inside corner because it's a smaller space. But we still want that deep dark. That's what's going to contrast with contrast. Really? That's what's going to contrast with the gold, with the shimmer, and going to really create the depth of this look. That's the glitter is what catches your eye. It's the darkness that offsets it. Does that make sense? So going now to connect the two, and we're keeping it really low in the crease because we don't want to go up too high with it, but we're creating that arch now between the two colors. So this look actually comes together really, really fast, especially if you're not talking to yourself or to a camera. So now that we've got that part done, we're going to go back in with our crease brush, and we're not going to put any more product on it, but we're going to kind of go over the line where that red and brown meet and just kind of diffuse it a little bit. And then we are going to go in with my NYX Milk Jumbo Eye Pencil. And we're just going to brighten up this center piece. So the part that we intentionally left blank. And then this is where I said if you get too much, it's okay, bring it down because we're going to clean it up. So we're going to bring this light piece up, and we're going to leave a very narrow strip of connecting. So similar to a halo cut crease, but we're not going to really bother cutting the crease on it because we're going to blend out the colors. So that's just going to create that wide open spot in the middle. And then we are going to take our unique deluxe brush, and we are going to go into this kind of brassy gold shimmer. It's called Psychedelic. This one I feel like doesn't have a ton of payoff on its own. It is a very pretty color. We're using it as a base. We're going to go over it with the glitter. So we're using it to cover up that white area and then kind of blend out the edges a little bit If you're going to do a look on its own, what I found with this one in particular is use your brush wet with either just a little bit of water or setting spray on it, and you'll get a lot more payoff, or you can use your fingers. But for the purposes of what we're doing right now, it's going to be just enough because it's just creating that base for us really. And then we are going to go in with this one here. This is 24 karat magic. This is a gorgeous gold glitter. This is a very creamy glitter formula. It feels amazing to play with, and I've used my finger on it several times with a couple of the different looks that I've done. It's a gorgeous formula, and you don't need glitter glue. There's not a ton of fallout, and it stays in place all day. So we're going to use this on my Luxie 245. This is a small shader brush, and we are just going to pack it right over the top of that brassy color psychedelic. And so we're starting in the middle when we have most of the product, and we're just kind of covering up that whole area, and then we are blending it out over the brown a little bit. And you can just see how much that glitter transforms it. I've tried it though without using one of the other brassy colors as a base, and I feel like you can see the lid through the glitter. So unless you're really packing it on, then you don't get as much payoff, it feels like. Whereas this way you don't have to use as much product, but you get that full effect. So I think that's kind of the better way to do it. You could definitely just go straight in with the glitter and just pack it on. It's just not my jam. So we are going to do that right there, and you can see that is a really put together look. Now though, we've got to address the bottom. So I did, before I started, I used my Unique eyeliner in Prim and just did my bottom waterline. Now we're going to go back in with the fluffy crease brush and back into that color Hidden Desert. Just going to tap off the extra, and we are going to smoke out the bottom lash line. And so we just kind of start in the corner and keep your brush really tight to the lashes. And we're just going to go across that bottom lash line. And I found that this really helps to pull a look together, but it also really helps to accentuate the colors. If you have hooded eyes like I do, it's a great way to kind of pull it together, make it look complete, and accentuate the color so that it doesn't all get hidden in the crease. I feel like it draws your eyes in more, and so you can kind of trick the eyes into seeing more of the color. Does that make sense? You guys tell me if I'm making sense or not, because at this point I can't tell. So we're going to use the crease brush again with that darker shade All Night, and this one we are going to keep really close. We don't want to go as far down, but right on that lash line. Just for a little depth and to meet it up on that back corner. And then that's it for the shadows. The only thing left to do is some mascara. So I am going to use the Epic mascara. This is the brown. I tend to usually just use black. I don't do a lot of brown. I know I have lighter hair. I just don't care. I like the look of dark, bold lashes. So we're going to finish off the lashes and we'll be good. Which is weird that I don't change up the color often, because in high school it was blue mascara and that was it. So now I'm just like, no colors. But if I can get my hands on a blue mascara, I probably would, just to see how I love it now. So why not? Blast from the past. So that's it. Quick, easy, glittery halo eye. I hope you guys enjoyed it.